Joining me now is Kim Miller-Smith and Judy White from the Central Region to talk about OSBA. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So, what are your jobs in education, and how does that relate to OSBA?
Well, I have been a school board member. I'm completing my 11th year. I'm in my third term for my local school board, which is Lakewood in Licking County, Hebron, Ohio. And my position at OSBA has kind of morphed out of my service to my local community. I was approached at the state level to Central Region to step up and serve there, and I've gladly done that now for several years. And at this point, I now sit on the board of trustees for Ohio School Boards Association.
That's great.
And I am a former superintendent, and after I retired, I came to work for OSBA to work for board members and to learn about education from that side of the coin and to see leadership in a different perspective.
Yeah, so both of you know all about the education system. So what is your favorite part of this Capitol Conference?
Easily the networking. The networking where you get to see other people from other districts around the state and what they're doing. The breakout sessions are extremely informative because, again, you get to see what other districts are doing to advance education in their community.
Yeah.
And from my perspective is it's renewing the relationships each year, the people that come by the booths and that we see here in the Student Achievement Fair and the Exhibitor Hall and at the sessions.
Yeah. So getting together with all these people and congregating, talking about issues, what do you find to be the biggest challenge right now in education?
School funding. Hands down, school funding. We are commissioned by the state as public schools to offer thorough and efficient education for all students. And funding is always the problem. The funding model is still askew.
Yeah.
And I would say with that, then meeting challenges that students face.
Yeah. So along with that, taking challenges in a little more specific area of your region, how does your region different from the others? What makes it unique?
I would say that we're probably not that different than all the other regions. We have our base of suburban areas. We have a large base of rural. We have everything that everybody else has. So I really don't know that we are so different, except for that the capital is in our region. So we do have quite a bit of easy access to the Capitol and to our legislators and that.
Yeah, so you guys are the hosts, per se, of the conference.
We are, actually, yes.
Take pride in that. So when you're all congregated with the other regions, what role does OSBA play in moving education in the right direction?
It stands up for public education. That's what OSBA is. OSBA is all public schools promoting public education to the whole and a statewide assembly. It's our professional organization that promotes education, public education.
Definitely.
I couldn't say it any better.
Well, since both of you are so involved in the legislation process of making sure education is always getting better and so involved in OSBA, what trends have you been noticing in education, and what are some trends that you would like to see in education?
Trends in education.
I would say the accountability trend has been something for the last several years that we're all really very aware of, and we're really trying to look at the challenge of it. It's definitely a challenge and the opportunity for us to make some changes. I would say that along with that trend, and it's kind of where we see it going outside of the funding and the challenges that we're having getting there, is deeper learning, more personalized learning, more applicable to career paths and student interest and what's out there for why does any of this matter and where's it going to take us in the future.
So the theme for this conference has been leadership for learning. So what does leadership for learning mean to you?
Well, it's just that we take an active role in setting the path, being the leaders, in deciding how best to serve our students. And to piggyback on what she said in terms of there's movement out there to have education individualized and to meet all the needs of every student. It's really quite challenging.
Yeah.
So, and OSBA tries to very much do that, to take the lead and focus on what we can do for public education.
And we know that research shows us over and over again that leadership matters. And leadership is important in running a school district and making sure those opportunities are right for students. And OSBA provides that kind of support to our school board members, our administrators, to be able to lead in a direction that's best for each county, that's best for each system, district system, and for ultimately the students who we serve.
The state of Ohio has 711 school districts.
Wow.
And you think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of pieces in that in the puzzle to put together,
Definitely.
and all sorts of demographics. And,
Right.
and OSBA supports all children, all students.
That's really great perspective. Thank you so much for your time. It's been
Thank
great
you.
talking with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.